Ethan Lewis here of the Tennessee Conservative News, broadcasting live high atop Signal Mountain, where the air is clear and conservatism is near. We have some stories for you that the mainstream media, the corporately funded papers, they never want you to know about. And, by the way, if you know of someone who is conservative but they don't seem to know jack squat about what's going on in their own state, pry them away from Fox News for 2 or 3 seconds and ask them to go to TennesseeConservativeNews.com and subscribe, or they can text the word news to 423-205-5600. We are on Gab, Getter, Truth, MeWe, and Rumble. And if you appreciate what we do and you want to see us stick around, and that means more now than ever, do go to TennesseeConservativeNews.com/support or send your checks to P.O. Box 625, Signal Mountain, Tennessee 37377. First up, Representative Jeff Burkhart sadly passes away. Governor Lee's World Economic Forum support draws ire from conservatives. I can't imagine why. Who doesn't like a good globalist cabal? Former Tennessee House Speaker Casada, ex Chief of Staff Kay Cothran, and Diana Harshbarger's husband, pardoned by President Trump. Tennessee Republican National Committeeman Oscar Brock is going to now withhold his support from incumbent Republicans over the government shutdown while he works for a Democrat. How conservative can you be? Shelby County joins 287G program to assist ICE. Tennessee Secretary of State Trey Hargett issues a stern warning to these libraries that continue to put garbage and trash in front of our kids. University of Tennessee's worker unions protest a teacher that was fired for showing her you-know-what during the Charlie Kirk tragedy. And finally, commissioners are concerned. They're always real concerned at the cost of implementing a tax freeze program. It's funny. We never see our government very concerned over increasing taxes, but if you have to save some, gotta think on that one. Guys, first story here. State Representative Jeff Burkhart passes away. Burkhart was first elected to the Tennessee House of Representatives in 2022. He was reelected to another 2-year term in 2024. Before that, he had served 3 terms on the Clarksville City Council. Majority William Lamberth, Majority Leader rather, said Representative Jeff Burkhart passed away at the home this morning, and he will be deeply missed by us all. Jeff was simply a solid guy who got along with everyone and served his community with distinction, especially those in Montgomery County. Cameron Sexton said he was a high-quality man who put community service above. Representative Ronnie Glenn, a Democrat who represented Montgomery County, said with Burkhart, his roots went deep in the Clarksville community. Guys, we're sad to hear about this. Our condolences to the family and the friends of Mr. Burkhart, and may his family be comforted by knowing that one day they'll all be together again. This is hilarious to me. Going from something very sad to something that's almost so comical you can't believe it happens. Governor Bill Lee joined members of the World Economic Forum. Birds of a feather flock together. And Vanderbilt University, whose namesake thinks it's a real cool thing to chop body parts off of kids, and we had to pass a law to keep them from doing it because, who doesn't want to earn a buck or two? And it poses questions about the sanctity of a new law that is passed, which clearly states that global organizations have no jurisdiction in Tennessee. Governor Lee posted, with his friends, real chummy. Great to join the World Economic Forum and Vanderbilt University to share why Tennessee continues to be the top state for, my words, not his, giving away lots of hard-earned money from Tennessee taxpayers and small business owners to support their big fat cat friends that already make millions and billions. The post received, as you might expect, widespread backlash, tone deaf. He's on his way out. He never cared during COVID. He doesn't care now. And they like to push things like the globalist agenda, intense promotion of digital ID. And in a state like Tennessee, people don't want that. And House Bill 263 and HB 0318 was sponsored during the legislative session, and it essentially says the World Health Organization, United Nations, and the World Economic Forum have no jurisdiction in this state. The state and its political subdivisions must not be compelled to enforce, collaborate with the enforcement of requirements, mandates, etc. by these groups. Many Tennesseans are justifiably upset that Governor Lee broke every one of his campaign promises except for one when he ran for office, and was, in my opinion, the worst governor in Tennessee's history because of his COVID performance. Just my personal opinion. Next story. Lots of pardons going around, guys. Hey, get your hand caught in the cookie jar? Don't worry, we'll bail you out. Just weeks after being sentenced to prison for government corruption convictions, former Speaker Glenn Cassida has been given the green light that he will not have to suffer any consequences from the fact that he tried to fleece the franking budget. It kills me. These people go up there, it's like $3,000 a member. Just go make your money doing something else. Robin Smith, was sentenced to 8 months for her role in the scheme. She has yet to receive a pardon. And Robert Harshberger Jr. was convicted in 2013 on one charge of healthcare fraud and distributed misbranded drugs and sentenced to 48 months in federal prison, ordered to pay almost $900,000 in restitution, $25,000 in criminal fees, and to forfeit $425,000 in cash. So I guess if you got friends in high places, the law doesn't apply to you. Next story, Tennessee Republican National Committeeman Oscar Brock, who's just, I don't even know if he's a Republican. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I'll tell you why. First, the gentleman who is the former Tennessee Republican Party State Executive Committee and current Republican National Committeeman, said that he will withhold all future support to Tennessee Republican incumbents in Congress over the federal government shutdown, saying you need to just basically let the Democrats have whatever they want. He did not mention the more than a dozen votes taken by the Senate during the continuing resolution where Democrats continually voted no. It's crazy. And it's interesting because the state party's bylaws clearly state that you're supposed to support Republicans elected on the national, state, and local levels. So who knows? I mean, I do as I say, not as I do. And he works for Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly. You know, the guy that pushes the Office for New Americans so that we can take taxpayer dollars and shield illegal immigrants in our community. I'm sorry. No true Republican will go to work for a flaming Democrat and get a paycheck. It just doesn't happen. You can twist yourself into 1,000 different contortions, but that is not a Republican in my book. Next story, Shelby County 287G program kicks off to assist ICE. And so we're excited that this is happening. This is the 28th county in Tennessee to join this program. And this prong of the program is known as the jail enforcement model, and it is designed to let certified officers to identify and process removable illegal aliens who are already in jail in the first place, which is probably a good indication that we don't need them. Guys, we're about to head into our annual campaign, but for those of you that could help us out early, we would really appreciate it because we desperately need it. We're always just bumping along the bottom here. Wish there was any money in state and local conservative media, but if it's out there, I haven't found it yet. So please do go to TennesseeConservativeNews.com/support. Conservatives always say, well, why aren't there more conservative media outlets? It's because there are tons of people that listen to this broadcast and read our publication that have never lifted a finger to help us financially. And it's because we talk the talk and we run our mouths and we put our bumper stickers on our cars, but we don't often actually give. And the corporations and the Democrats do. So please do go to TennesseeConservativeNews.com/support. If you get $50 or more or a recurring donation of $10 or more, we will send you a Proud Tennessee Conservative tumbler, a koozie, a list of your elected officials in the legislature, and our heartfelt thanks, which frankly is worth more than gold. Or you can send your checks to P.O. Box 625, Signal Mountain, Tennessee 37377. And I've about quit checking that thing here lately, so if y'all can help us out, that would be awesome. Tennessee Secretary of State Trey Hargett issues stern warning to all these libraries that keep trying to push the garbage on the kids. Just a few minutes after taking office, Donald Trump signed an executive order entitled Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government. Tennessee Secretary of State Trey Hargett sent a letter on the 8th, which basically says libraries need to come into compliance. In Hargett's letter, he mentioned on the 20th, Trump signed an executive order entitling previously said initiative. That's just way too long for me. This executive order prevents federal funds, which are often present in grants from the Tennessee State Library and Archives, from being used to promote gender ideology. Kudos to Mr. Hargett for standing up. We have very few at the top that seem inclined to do it. University of Tennessee workers unions protest a teacher that was fired for showing her rear end after Charlie Kirk's death. So the United Campus Workers got together. It probably did some interpretive dance, probably showed some jazz hands, dressed up, with blue hair, nose rings, and all the rest. And they're pretty upset that this lady, who misrepresented pretty bad the university in the eyes of the public, Dr. Tamar Shurinanan, or however you pronounce that, an assistant professor of culture and anthropology. That degree will get you, and about $100,000 worth of debt will get you a cup of coffee, was suspended for her position and termination after she called Charlie Kirk a disgusting psychopath. And this is the worst part of it all. Said that his kids would be better off without him. Talk about it. This is where the left is, right? We don't need fathers in the home. If you disagree with somebody's political opinions, I mean, how callous and heartless can you be? She retaliated with a lawsuit, and so these folks came out to support her. And Chancellor Dundee Plowman, who instigated the firing, said she had a right to publicly voice an opinion, but needed to be responsible in approaching it in a civil way. And the university holds that she didn't. Last story. Commissioners concerned about the cost of implementing a tax freeze program in Hamilton County. Commissioners are hesitant after realizing that implementing the tax freeze program would only benefit seniors in the event of another tax increase. I hope they pass this referendum law, which essentially says, and this is something the Beacon Center is bringing, that if you're going to increase taxes on people, there has to be a vote. There should definitely be a vote because it would never pass, not in most situations. A vote on the matter is scheduled for next week, and the county commissioner, David Sharp, is sponsoring the resolution. The tax relief program is used by more cities and counties throughout Tennessee than tax freeze. Only 3 counties in the state use both. Wednesday's meeting, Sharp said that some of the constituents received almost 170% assessment this year. It's just ridiculous. It's just unconscionable that you get in a house, you pay the thing off, and then forever, until the end of time, your government's going to continue to dip into your pockets more and more, especially for these folks on fixed incomes. It just ain't right. Guys, what's going on this weekend? Well, where was I last weekend? Did I do this last weekend? Last weekend, I was not with you because I went to the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains to hang out with about 15 of my buddies, and I turned 46. I know I don't look it. I probably look a little worse than that. But we get together, hang out, drink a few beers, play some music around the campfire, had a good, fun time. Guys of all ages, all backgrounds. It's just been fun collecting friends over the last 46 years, and that was the 15th year I had done it. I'm a big fan of traditions. Put something on the calendar, do it consistently. Spending time with those that you love is really, it's what knits everybody together. And if you want to keep friends, it's what you got to do. You got to pay the price, and the price is your time. But luckily, when you've got cool friends like mine, paying the price actually feels good, and the return on investment is far more than anything you would put in. So appreciate Olivia filling in while the little man was out, and that was awesome. So what's going on? We are going to go to a little event at McCoy Farms tonight with my family. We're going to meet a few friends there, some live music, probably a campfire. I think they're also giving away free Christmas trees, so that's going to be pretty cool. So we're excited about doing that tomorrow. I have got to work all day long. I've got to go to a conference in, where am I going? Somewhere in California, a commercial painting conference, of which I am an expert in the industry, probably the leading expert. So I'm going down to do that, and I'll have a good time. And so that means I'll just have to be choring. I am going to take Sunday off. We will go to church Saturday night. I plan to get to the gym, I hope. I've got to kill some weeds. You got to spray them, right? You got to spray those things heading into the spring, maybe a couple of times during the summer, and then right as winter comes in, if there's anything still kicking, you don't want them to put down roots and show up. So I take the yard very seriously. That is my domain. I have to keep it clean. We had a bunch of branches fall down. I cut up a bunch of firewood, and I've still got more to cut up, so I'll probably do some of that on Sunday. So that's what's going on this weekend. Boring. I like boring. Sometimes I do too much, go too much, just because I love hanging out in my community and with my friends. But after a while, it'll wear on a man. So we're going to kind of keep it low key this weekend and hang out with the kids before I get on a plane to go out to the People's Communist Republic of California. So, wish me luck. Again, guys, we're about to start heading into our annual fund, and some hard choices may have to be made if we don't see a more consistent uptick in giving. We've cut it down to the bare bones. We're doing as much as we can with the little that we have. So if you could chip in, that would be great. TennesseeConservativeNews.com/support, or mail your checks to P.O. Box 625, Signal Mountain, Tennessee 37377. So I wish all of you the best. Get out there and enjoy this beautiful fall weather that we have here in Tennessee. We're blessed to be in this wonderful state, and it's our job to keep it like that. All right, guys, it ain't just about how you think. It ain't how you feel. It's not about the bumper stickers on your car. It's what you do with your time and money, because it's not a feeling, it's an action. Brandon Lewis here with the TenCon Big 7, signing off.